Well, hello, you beautiful nerds. Happy New Year. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Never mandatory, but always encouraged.
Please
I'm Jedi Master. Please drink responsibly. Wherever you're drinking, make sure you do it well. I am Jedi Master Grayson. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
Doing good, doing great. How are you? How are y'all? Thank y'all for coming in here. Cheers to y'all. It's big ups to y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, come on in here. Have a good time.
Yeah, man, we're so excited. This is our first show of the new year. Thank you so much for joining us.
First show of the new year?
It is.
This is our first show?
This is our first Drunk Banthas podcast of the new year.
Give it up for yourselves, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping me.
Haven't seen you guys since 2025. It's really, really cool to have you here. Tonight, we're going to be talking Stranger Things 5. And as always, we're going to be talking shit. But talking shit is always, that is most definitely going to be happening. But talking shit is always better with friends. He may be a clone, he may be a variant. Who's to say? Probably just him. Stranger T is up in the building. What is going on, bro?
What's up, Stranger T? Stranger T.
Stranger Things are happening.
Stranger T. Let's get this energy up. Stranger T.
Yes, sir. Oh, Athelius in the chat says, damn, L running out for milk wasn't on my bingo card. So here we are. Oh, man. So much to get into. Obviously, it's going to be spoilers from here going forward. We got a lot to talk about the ending of Stranger Things as a series. So it's all going down. And, you know, like I said, it's always more fun talking shit with friends. And he's basically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light skinned. Delightful Derek.
Oh, why, hello.
What is going on, bro?
Not much. My brain is a little bit of a mess right now. It turns out watching the entire last season of Stranger Things in one day will mess with your neural pathways.
Damn.
Why?
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
not.
was that like 8 hours?
I started at about 9:13 this morning.
Yeah, I think that a doctor would recommend you not do that.
Yeah.
Dr. Bill.
Nah.
You know, it's funny. I was
Dr.
telling
Bill would say that is exactly what you should do with your whole fucking day. You should watch Stranger Things.
Well, I was working during it too.
Oh, that's better. That's how you get through. I advise anybody who needs to watch or wants to watch Foundation, but you've been like, oh, I don't know, I don't have time. Do it while you're working. Watch it while you work. And especially with places like, hey, you know what? This second screening thing, man, might not be a bad thing. Because I can watch a whole episode of Foundation without looking because they talking about what's happening so much.
Yeah, you can feed two birds with one scone, as they say. Nobody says that.
No, and you should be ashamed for having said it.
Well, this nigga got some $1 million birds, don't he?
It feels a little better than double bird homicide. But you know, before we get into the nitty and the gritty, our big topic for tonight, I want to do a little bit of house cleaning. Also, want to mention that I'm very surprised that you're here, Derek, because I was just telling him like off pod. I was like, I texted Jeff, and he was like, "Have fun." So I just assumed that was like, I'm not coming on.
That was the idea. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to finish. I did 8 minutes ago.
Oh wow! Well, we appreciate the commitment and joining us on the convo tonight.
Yep, I was hedging my bets on that one.
You knew it was a possibility that we were going to be late. So I mean, that is a great possibility. So
I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't cross my mind.
Sorry, go ahead.
Shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to everybody, share the shit, get it popping. What Up Stimulation presents, and Ophelia says,
TSP.
"A fat one, voice of a generation."
Oh my gosh.
I'm here for it.
Like one of my favorite reactions is when he says that, and then Robin is like, "Jesus, what?" Like she's just astounded.
I was bouncing between who the name should be. The second he said that, I was like, "Well, there it is. It's Delightful Derek."
Delightful Derek is amazing.
Real quick, going to get some house cleaning out of the way. I want to remind you guys that the polls for the Drunk Banthas Awards are open, so you can go vote for your favorite movies or TV shows from last year. And we're going to have our first ever For Your Consideration Drunkies Watch Party starting Saturday, January 10th. We'll be going live.
Say it again. When is that again?
Oh, sorry, that'll be Saturday, January 10th. We'll be going live to watch some of the films nominated for this year's Drunk Banthas Awards for your consideration. And since the fans will be voting, we want to give you a chance to watch or rewatch some of the nominees. And if you already voted and you want to rewatch the movie and you change your mind, that's the cool thing about YouTube voting. You can always change your vote at any time. The polls are going to change the day before the Drunkies Awards, which is going to be sometime in March. We'll announce that later. But yeah, you can go on the post tab on the Drunk Banthas channel to see the schedule for which movies we're going to be watching, when the movies are going to be playing. We're going to be watching 28 Days Later, Bring Her Back, Final Destination Bloodlines, and Weapons. So watch along with us if you got the time.
Yeah,
Those
if
are
you
good
got
films.
that kind of time.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up? Where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Yes, we have a new episode of Does It Hold Up that's going to be dropping Friday. We're going to be talking about Balls of Fury in reverence of the new ping pong movie, Marty Supreme. It's ping pong time, baby. So
Ping pong time, baby. Ping pong, ping pong.
Ping pong, as they say.
You were getting so close to using an accent you shouldn't have there.
Hey, that's what I
Yeah,
say,
yeah, it was,
right
yeah,
there on
that-
line,
that
baby.
pull back
That's
on-
what I say. That's what I
Pull back
say.
on the reins.
That movie, yeah. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Hey,
Funny
hey,
story that we didn't get
That's
into.
not the question, though. The question is, does it hold up, though?
That is the question. Funny story that we didn't talk about on the pod. Oh no, you know what? We actually did talk about it on the episode. So yeah, I'll let you guys check that out on Friday. And also consider.
Oh, you mean the episode?
Yeah, the Does It Hold Up episode. Yeah.
Damn, now you gotta tell me because I don't. I was like,
Well, I'm pretty sure we talked about it on the episode. Dan Fogler said like the first time he met Christopher Walken.
Oh yeah. Well,
Christopher
never,
Walken was in the wig.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we call a teaser in a showbiz. And also consider perusing through our merch store where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and all kinds of cool stuff with our stupid name on it. You can find that in the store tab on the Drunk Banthas channel. But enough of that. Let's talk about what we're talking about. Let's get into the initial thoughts for the final season Stranger Things season 5 or Stranger Things 5. It's all wrapped up. Man, I guess before let's just go ahead and jump in. Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it because there's so much to talk about. Delightful Derek, I'll let you go first since you just got done watching it. Yeah,
like, as you get into this answer, Delightful Derek. For those who don't know, Jeff, he chooses a name that's usually clever, mostly always clever, but from something mostly that we're talking about. Yeah. And now I'm curious on this one, very curious. What made you choose Delightful Derek?
Well, with 5 seasons, I don't I mean, let's be honest. Gatton's the best. Joe is awesome, but I don't feel like I've earned either of their names. So I go for like a side character. And the second that fat little fuck told Vecna to suck a fat one, I was like, that's it. That's the name I'm going with. There's no other possible choice. It's got to be him.
God, yeah, the fact that suck a fat one was a 12-year-old boy's like catchphrase.
Right.
That makes sense now.
I mean, when we were 12, we were saying pretty much the same thing. Generation X was out for that age for us, and we were telling people, suck it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For anybody,
I guess we weren't cool enough to be like, suck my fat one. We didn't like give
well,
sometimes we would give a little.
But let's also remember, they're from a generation before us, so they had even less filters on what they would fucking say.
That's true. Bad stuff.
Like it was a little weird to realize as they're graduating. I'm like, oh, I'm 3 as they're graduating.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is weird. But I do want to get back to your original question, because I think you're the only truly avid D&D player on the show. I'm
a little upset that I wore my ADHD&D shirt last week. Would have worked right well here. Well, let's put it this way. When you were talking about does it hold up and stuff, and I was looking all around on my screen, it's because I just ordered the Hellfire Club Finish the Campaign D&D one shot on Barnes & Noble.
Nice.
Yeah. So now I will play the game they were playing in the show.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
No, sunlight's bad. I'm staying inside.
I'm wearing my sorry.
Well, I was just so you're from your perspective, what was your opinion of this? I mean, this season and I guess the series overall.
I mean, so first off, as stated earlier, I didn't watch any of this season until today, at which point I watched all of this season. And I was burnt out. When Stranger Things started, I didn't get the hype. I watched it. I literally got halfway through the first season. I was like, why the fuck does anyone care about this? And I thought it was the dumbest show, and I stopped watching it. Luckily, a friend from college was in town a couple weekends later. He's like, dude, you don't like it? And I was like, yeah, well, I watched to this point. He goes, you're going to think I'm fucking with you. But literally the next scene is where the show takes off. I was like, fine, I'll give it another shot. And goddamn if he wasn't right. That being said, this show, all 5 seasons, has a lot of issues, mostly with pacing. The fact that it took, what was that first season, 8 episodes? The fact that it took 4.5 episodes before I was like, oh, now I see why everyone likes this. That's an issue. There were a couple of seasons where it's just like, what are we doing? Can we just not? Can you just like cut it early and we'll come back? Like that'd be okay with me. And like Banthas said, there was some issues with this season as well. I'll agree. The ending, I'll get to that later. I had some issues with it, not near as big as some people. But I'll say this. This last season, again, I was like, I'm already burnt out on Stranger Things, even with the 2-year hiatus. And then you're throwing 2-hour, 1.5-hour episodes at me.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just give me something I can just sit down and enjoy easily. And I'll tell you what, I think the season was still good. This is, in my opinion, out of all the shows we've covered, one of the best final seasons. I'd say, I don't know how many shows we've covered where we've watched final seasons. But I'd say this is, however many, it's definitely top 5. I'd say probably top 3. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It was easy for me to binge through. And yeah, as we go on, I'll explain some of the issues I had with it and some of the things I loved about it.
T, what about you? Initial thoughts? Oh, sorry, I asked you at a bad time.
Perfect timing.
Like, damn, I'm trying to eat.
If you need a minute, I can ask Bill what his initial.
No, I just wanted some chips right quick. I agree with Delightful Derek at some points, and some points I don't. But mainly, it's just why the fuck would you make yourself watch this shit? That is torture. So for this season, when it came out, I knew what they were doing. They wanted you to watch an episode per day, watch it like a movie, and that's how I broke it. And each time I get done with it every day, then the next one will come out. I can watch the next one each day, and then the final one. And I like the way they paced it because they like.
I would have enjoyed that a lot more.
My schedule of when I was free to pace it, and I was able to avoid a lot of spoilers. But unlike Jeff, I feel like I got in on before the hype train left for Stranger Things because I remember the day it popped up on Netflix. I'm at the homie's house, we're smoking, we're into horror, and we see, hey, just now Stranger Things. They're like, what this is about? We were already watching videos about the Montauk Project and all that other
nice
we're not going to talk about them.
MK Ultra and shit.
We're not going to talk about them. Anyway, so we had already been watching that, and so we saw it day one, and I was just like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, man, that little Demogorgon is kind of giving these kids the business. Not like it, though. Pray for them children. But, yeah, I was like, okay. So I was in it. I was in it since day one to win it, and I am glad that it ended finally. I hate when things go past the fifth season. Like you're really just staling yourself right at this point, unless you're like some type of sketch comedy that's relevant. You can keep writing new sketches about a topical situation each time, like comedy shows. Don't try and make your shit last for 5 seasons, especially if you have a linear story. End that shit. End it, please.
Thank you.
So I'm glad that it finally ended. Maybe not the best ending overall, but I think I could. If I'm thinking about all the shows we talked about that,
right?
Their series finale, for Stranger Things is probably like definitely top 5, maybe breaking top 3 if I have to think about it. So,
Bill, what about
other than and I do kind of agree with some of the pacing episodes. Like a lot of these seasons, just like okay, like the way they just kept breaking down like what Vecna is or what the Mind Flayer is, or what the ultimate monster man, or whatever the fuck it actually was in the end, a damn alien from another dimension creature. It's been a long time to finally explain that.
Spider kaiju.
And just to explain, like, oh, this whole time we just thought it was just a psychic child that got born who had psychic powers, and then they managed to like manipulate his blood, or they're just other natural psychic children, because they didn't ever explain Kali's friends. Like they had psychic powers too, so I just kind of assumed maybe there's just psychic children in the world, and that's just the thing. But it turns out no, all psychic powers come from Dimension X monsters.
Well, there was a quick teaser episode. There's these tiny things in their blood called midichlorians, and I mean, you know what? You can just go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, that's from the companion comic book.
Before I give my little take here, let's go to the comments for a sec. Y'all, please keep giving us the comments. Shout out to Fifth Bantha. He said, "I'm not a fan of the ending." Shout out to Fifth Bantha. I ain't talked to you in a minute, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
What up, man?
What up, nigga?
I hadn't talked to you since last year.
I ain't talked to you in a minute. Simulation Presents says, "Not a fan. It made me mad and annoyed. Laugh out loud all this time, and they were messing around on a bridge." And excuse me, all this time, and they were messing around on a bridge. And the real realm, we got for it like an hour. Okay, well, the real realm.
Yeah. What the Dimension X?
Right side up.
I don't know what to fucking call it.
They called it the Abyss.
Well, the name of the episode was Right Side Up.
Yeah, true.
Well, wait.
But Dustin called it.
I took that the bridge. The bridge is the upside down.
Yeah,
right.
The bridge was the upside down.
All of the upside down was the bridge.
Right. Yeah, that's what I guess he's saying. Is he did
but
not.
It really wasn't like. and upside down because there was always another end to it on the opposite end, which was truly
the green
down part.
Yeah, they called it the upside down because they I guess they didn't have an realization of the depth of what it was. They didn't realize it was a bridge at the beginning.
Kids, they were fucking toddlers, goddamn near.
It always seemed like it was just a flat plane where nothing above it probably.
Yeah, well, because that was their frame of reference. Remember, they were using the board.
They also named everything after D&D stuff. I'll tell you what, that mind flayer wasn't a mind flayer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like their frame of reference was D&D. So when they were playing the game, like they turned it over when they were trying to figure out where Will went or how to get to him. They were like, what if he's not on our side, but he's in the upside down? That's when they flipped over the and
that was from Elle, who didn't know how to use words.
And that brings me
I don't understand why was she so uneducated and a caveman.
But that brings
they don't teach women in the upside down.
But she wasn't in the upside down, like because
hey. That brings me to where I was about to say is like I liked this show, and I liked the way they ended it for the most part. I pretty much agree with everything everybody else has said. I mean, everything that Jeff said. Terry kind of shit on it at first. But there's just so many issues. But there's like the issues that people are having, I don't have, and like the issues that I have, it seems like nobody really cares about. But we'll get into it a little bit more. But there are a lot of plot holes that people keep pointing out, but I'm like, there's plot holes and everything. That didn't really matter to me. I think that, at some point we're holding it a little too, like, I think the prestige in our heart for the show is making it to where people have expected this grand spectacle of an ending because they've just gotten this heartfelt story for the last almost 10 years.
God, that's crazy to think.
And then all of a sudden they were reminded that it's just a TV show. And also this show has gone through probably it's probably the biggest show to go through the like craziest environments for trying to have a series. COVID hit and stopped this show's production twice. Mm-hmm. And then you had
writer strike
and the actor strike. Bro, this show, that's why these kids is old. It ain't because the show couldn't get their shit together. These niggas is old because the world sucks.
I literally forgot about the strikes happening too. Yeah. I was like, this shit did start before COVID. I forgot that. Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things. This was one of those shows that everyone was binging before we were all locked in our fucking homes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was binging it at 3
We chose to lock our homes for this show.
I was going to say that. I started watching this show first day it came out on accident. It just 3 o'clock in the morning. Little YouTube commercial came on. I couldn't skip it. It was a Stranger Things commercial, and I was like, holy shit. I got to turn this fucking video off and watch the Stranger Things, whatever the fuck this is. I got to find it on Netflix right now. And I watched damn near that entire. I basically didn't go to sleep that day. I watched that entire fucking show. And much like everybody here, I enjoyed it. But yeah, these niggas should be shaving. Luckily, none of them look like they can really shave. Look like most of them can't actually grow facial hair. So that's really worked out. That worked out pretty fine.
I just thought that little, the montage of them showing them when they were doing the flashbacks and like they were showing Elle so young and everything. Like, when she was actually 11 and, I turned Vina and I'm like,
oh, you mean
as a kid, right? Like we watched this little child grow up and now this child has a child
And we watched a lot of perverts say a lot of gross shit about them when they were still children.
Yeah. It is jarring seeing.
And the women came out too. There was a lot of just women saying very uncomfortable things about little boys. I'm just like, see, this shit happens to both.
What about what's his name? Patton Oswalt.
Old Patty.
He was introducing them at a Comic-Con, and it's like season 2, and he goes, Finn Wolfhard, the kid with the best porn name ever. And you can see all of them looking awkward. You can see Hopper looking at him and just looking at Finn and just being like, dude, just ignore him. Just ignore him. It's okay. You're all right. Just ignore it. It's like,
yeah, man. That'd be cool if he was 25.
Not so much when he can't drive yet.
Yeah, don't make that joke about a child. I'm gonna go a quick summation.
Like being around children, I don't want to talk to them
of the entire series.
I'm gonna give a quick.
Bring me bad luck. God damn it!
I'm gonna do a quick summation of this 5th season. Just like some of the main things that happened.
Break down all of them. Go on.
Yeah, let's just start back when. So the disappearing of Will Bart.
Back in the way back.
No, excuse me. So in the season, we find out that Vecna is a vessel for the Mind Flayer and is kidnapping kids to create a portal and make it crash to crash this dimension. Sorry, to crash another dimension on top of ours. Secret War style. Turns out the Upside Down is just a bridge between the two worlds, and after our heroes discover this, the plan is to kill Vecna and the Mind Flayer, destroy the bridge, aka the Upside Down, destroying any chance of spooky badness from ever coming back. Did that sound about right? Like as far as the plan?
Like you missed a musical.
See, it sounds like you don't understand anything about this show. You don't know. Didn't know none of that happened. Nobody. What?
I mean, someone's explaining their fever dream. God.
Yeah. No, I think you should have said all that first instead of asking us shit. You should have said all that.
Well, instead of saying what I should have done, how do you guys?
Is your question? What do you want from us?
I'm just like I just want to lay that out. That's like the basic plot of this season. But I also want to just. Well, I guess I should give my initial thoughts. I thought this season was fine. I thought it was good for the most part. Again, I felt like it as far as finales go, it's definitely better than some like Game of Thrones or something like that. But it's it's not as good as Andor or anything like that. It's not. But at the same time, I feel like it was a very serviceable finale. It's become one of those things like Star Wars where the fan base is become so huge and they become so invested in the franchise that they have started to hate it no matter what decision they decide to make. So you're not going to be able to please all the people all the time with something like this. And Rick and Morty. Yeah. At this point, when you get this big and people love you so much, you're bound to piss people off when you decide to end the whole thing. So I think that they did as good as they could have, especially the way that they wrote themselves into a corner on some of these situations.
Maybe in the corner.
I agree with you that when it's something that people love this much, when you decide to end it, they immediately get pissy. But I personally so much agree with Terry. Fucking end things at a good point on a good note. Mm-hmm. Don't How I Met Your Mother it. Don't make me hate every single fucking actor.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. How Much Your Mother is definitely an example.
Holy shit. This is kind of cool.
That does look cool. What show is this?
What show? Who do you play for? Sorry, you were talking about the rating. I mean, you were talking about your rating. How you felt about it, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder what it's rated here." It's 1.6 million fucking stars. Then rated here.
Okay,
and it's 8.6 out of 10. The whole series.
Some of the specific episodes, though, I think got some bullshit ratings.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm always bad with this.
Yeah, let's because there are just a few things that I do want.
If you click on the episode guide above the word stranger, you'll see each individual episode will have the stars right next to it.
I do want to talk about a few things. Like first off, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. I want to talk about who our MVP is of the season and or series. Because yeah, like a lot of these characters change, and like a lot about this, finale is just wrapping up these character stories. So I'm curious of how you guys felt about who your MVP character was for the series. You said, Bill, you said you want to hear mine first.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, if anybody who's been listening to this podcast knows that Steve is my guy, will forever be my guy. I was actually listening to a podcast today where somebody went to a movie screening, because they showed the finale in the theaters, and there's like a fake out moment where it seems like Steve is gonna die, and apparently in her screening,
spoilers.
Yes. Well, I have spoiler warning at the beginning. Spoilers. Somebody doesn't die.
I need a button that says spoilers.
But apparently when they had that fake out moment, she said like people in the theater were like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" Like people were mad. But yeah, Steve is my guy.
Steve is also Simulation presents his MVP. I want to go through some of these comments before we keep moving.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments.
I mean, again, it just goes to show the love of this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's called the Drunk Banthas podcast, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time.
I mean, that's why, crazy, bigger draw than the Stranger Things finale right now.
Can we say
I'm pulling up.
Sorry.
Well, I was trying to get to all of these.
My bad.
Oh yeah, so Ophelia said, I didn't like Atlanta last 2 seasons as much as the first 2.
Fair enough.
I think a lot of people agree with you there. I think a lot of people had that opinion specifically on the 3rd season too, the Europe season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the seasons he didn't like.
Europe was different. Yeah.
Also, Ophelia says Lucas's hairline is the MVP. It magically improved before. Lucas's hairline.
That was his.
God damn!
Everyone wondering what that shit floating around in the upside down Rogaine.
That was his happy ending. It's like, oh shit, I got my hairline fixed.
Oh, hey girl.
Can we just say the most obvious thing was that Lucas clearly was going out of town to get his haircut because they didn't look like there was too many black people.
We may have said that.
And they were quarantined. And by the time then we see him at graduation toward the end, the quarantine's gone and stuff.
He got the butterfade.
He can get the butterfade.
Was doing it before. Maybe his daddy was doing the fade before because of the quarantine, and then they had to do it. And also think about it, quarantine being written into this script. It's like telling what the atmosphere was for them trying to write this show. Trying to get this done because going through the academic.
Yeah.
Fifth Bantha says, I don't hate the ending.
He doesn't.
No, he says he doesn't hate that they ended it.
Oh, excuse me. I don't hate them ending it. I am just not sure what that opens up for the new story.
I don't want one. Don't give me a new story.
Yeah, we will get to.
Well, there will be a new story.
Yeah, the
spin-off
show.
I don't want it.
We'll get to that and whether it even happens because we've heard of we've seen Game of Thrones shows be announced and filmed and dead.
Never seen the light of day. Should have got Lucas some Soul Glow.
Right? That's one of the songs I want to sing so bad, but I never can. I will kill myself if I try.
I used to be able to try, but there's a YouTube video of somebody doing it on.
Bill, I don't know if that was a Freudian slip, but you didn't say you used to be able to sing it. You said you used to be able to try. So even in that admission is you couldn't actually get it out.
No.
I used to be able to try to do that.
I didn't say that wrong. I didn't.
Okay.
I was like, did I say something wrong? No. Hey, you right. Shit,
I do.
I know what I said.
I used to be able to try, and now I won't even try.
I do want to talk about what's in the box because this is apparently going to have a lot of implications toward this potential spinoff series, and apparently there's a Broadway play that's only playing in 2 cities in America that has a lot of lore that is explained. Seems like a
and one in
idea.
London, right?
Yeah, one in London and one in New York, I think.
Yeah, you know what? Spider-Man had a play for a hot minute. That wasn't good either. So maybe we don't need to cross-pollinate fucking every part of entertainment.
What are the reviews on the play?
No
I mean, I've heard
I'll
it's
look it
good,
up right now.
but it apparently, I guess it takes place in the 50s when Joyce and Hopper and everybody are in high school, and it's like all about Joyce putting on the play that she's advertising.
Oklahoma?
Season 5. Yeah, Oklahoma.
So it's a play about people doing the play Oklahoma. Sorry, the musical Oklahoma.
No. Actually, it's a different play. It's a different play that Joyce wrote.
Good.
That weird thing that happened where they had to go through the gate and they're like, where she was like, when Max was like leading Elle and Kari through the high school, and they see everybody at the high school, like there's Joyce and there's Mr. and Mrs. Weaver.
Right.
I'd give you the whole tour, and then they go on stage and they're at a play, like rehearsal type thing, right? Is that what they're doing then?
Yeah, like I think that's
weird scene?
play. I think that's what the play is about. Yeah, it's like that during that time period.
Can I get
also
hold on. So I got a review here of the what do you call it?
The Stranger Things play.
Stranger Things play.
Just a picture of horse
The
excrement.
First Shadow.
I'm gonna try
Sounds
to
like a
see
Star
if
Wars
we can
title.
Make this a size that Alex can just read it from. Oh,
If you can clear us off, I can read it.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
you
know what?
I can't do that.
I got this. Hold on, I got you. This is Jeff's comic book corner. We gotta have.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna try to do both tonight.
We got. Hey, hold on. Do I need to?
I got it. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
there we go. There we go. Oh, sorry.
I've seen over 30 Broadway shows, but I'm not a Broadway fanatic because I rarely focus on music or cast, celebrity exception, and just follow a good show production with catchy songs and a compelling story. I'm an average theater goer. Stranger Things on Broadway has one of the most complex efforts and technology that I've seen in a while. It's difficult to compete with Netflix's computer-generated effects, and I had doubts how good the visual effects would be in a live audience, but this show delivered. I don't want to spoil anything, but you get what you expect from the TV show. There are many elements that other shows do 1 or 3 of, but this show seems to have taken all the best concepts and did them all. Without spoiling too much, you'll get actors in the crowd, large stage props, and all the fun theater pizzazz, explosion, confetti, etc.
Oh,
I was most impressed by the cast. These characters have to be the most challenging roles I've seen in Broadway. The level of complex emotions that is expected from most of these roles is incredible. It's not your traditional love or dance acting. It's exorcism, mental illness, fear, and so much more. This is not easy to do on a daily basis, and it takes a toll on your body. Where'd it go? Hang on, I got it. Got it. You can even hear it in the voice how demanding these roles are. The character of Henry Creel is diabolical, and I was lucky to have seen Lewis McCartney perform this role to perfection. I felt every emotion he was feeling, and it leaves you stunned in the audience because he is truly giving it his all. He cried what seemed like real tears and was truly possessed by the Upside Down. It felt raw and gross and alive. Whatever the show is playing him, whatever the show is paying him, they need to double it because he led the show and my opinion about it. I was upset to see that his character is near the bottom of the playbill because they sorted it by cast names in alphabetical order, common, but this character and the actor both deserve more recognition. Throughout the show, I felt suspense because the theme is extreme. We were all spooked by the Upside Down and surprised. And the surprises will get you, not spoiling. I got lost in some parts making the connections, but if you're a super fan of the TV series, you'll get them faster. My only suggestion is for the show to completely eliminate the first row seating because that fog machine is no joke. it will cloud you because it flows out from the stage floor directly into the first row like a waterfall. And I mean, poof, you're gone. Mind you, the first row ain't cheap either, 180 on average. This is a huge distraction, not only for those sitting in the row one, me, but also the people watching row one get hammered by a fog machine. I would recommend the show if you're a fan of the TV series, and for those who have seen it, what do you think? P.S. I didn't read any reviews before seeing the show or before writing this post, so I'm eager to hear your thoughts.
Interesting. Wow. So it
That's
does.
very interesting.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty good.
Well, it's interesting that they pointed out like the technology and stuff, because that's evidently a big part of what destroyed the Spider-Man one.
Exactly.
Like the actor swung into a wall and broke his arm on night one.
I was like,
two guys died. I think another two guys, or at least one guy died.
Well, I mean, afterwards he wasn't the happiest with his report. You know what? We can move on.
I will say, you know, because like I want to backtrack a little bit because I do want to talk.
That sounds traumatic, not entertaining.
I'm guessing that was about the fog machine because I was thinking that too. Trying to listen, like trying to pay attention while you have like 20 people just hacking a lung out.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah, there's a fine line between traumatic and entertaining when it comes to stage plays. But I do want to backtrack a little bit. I want to talk more about the stage play and the spinoff that we're supposedly going to be getting. But I want to backtrack a little bit because I don't think we got everybody's MVPs. And I'd want to just play a couple of clips from like one clip from my MVP and one clip from like my runner-up because these were just my personal favorite moments of the show. It's not going to be a big action CGI moment, but it's just some of the coolest moments from the show for me from season 5.
How's this pilot going to fly a chopper into the rift?
Too big, it's not going to fit.
Steve hears that all the time, and he goes in anyway, don't you, Steve?
What the hell's wrong with you?
It's funny.
Everybody.
I thought that was great. You hear that all the time, don't you see? What the hell is wrong with you?
Like, wow, you say some wild ass shit like that.
And this other moment was from my runner-up, Robin. And
I'm about to get
this moment just feels like it's just so weird. I feel like it's just improv. I don't know.
We about to get
her nipples always hard.
I mean, I think it's a great plan. I mean, it's a great plan, right? Hey.
Yeah. No. Yes. It's a great plan.
All right, that was pretty good.
Hey. I just love those.
Crazy.
And I love my hawk.
We're all just really don't know what to say because we're just really glad that it wasn't like we weren't getting duped right there.
Yeah, sorry, no.
The crazy fucking video that this is the one that
I was waiting to get duped. I was waiting to hear.
Hey, I left the bit in 2025. Yeah, I gave that up a long time ago.
Yeah, no one believes that.
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to pay attention to what we're talking about. Okay.
You sit on a throne of lies.
The last few times the bit has been used, it wasn't me. But speaking of you fuckers, what are y'all's MVPs? Mine's just Steve. Everybody else?
Mine is Gatton, Dustin. I just I think his character is fucking hilarious, and I think he's had a lot of ups and downs throughout the series. And two, I think Dustin as a character, fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. But more than that, I think Gatton as an actor, fucking amazing. And I'll be honest, it was close for me to not pick Steve as well. I just personally connected with Dustin more. But I mean, think about, like, let's also all agree. I don't know if we want to say it's Steve or Joe. I think it's probably more Joe. Did such a good job. They're like, shit. I know we were gonna kill him off, but can we keep him going? And then he's like the biggest hero of the fucking show.
Yeah,
they were gonna kill him season 1.
We feel that way. Me and Alex feel well. I won't say how Alex feels, but killing Eddie. I think season 1. I mean, his first season, season 4. Killing him, I think, was an accident. I think that they should have kept him to kill him off this season.
I thought they were going to have him come back as one of Vecna's servants to just fuck with everyone's hearts.
I think that once they had dedicated, like, they just didn't anticipate people being that in love with that character. Correct. I think that they really just slipped through their fingers, and they were able to capitalize on it later on. If you've seen, there's plenty of Hellfire Club t-shirts and stuff out there, and Hellfire Club Halloween costumes were it this year for those who participate in the festivities in the holiday. It was so yeah. I think that they should have waited to kill him because
they should have killed.
People have a big complaint. Oh, I'm sorry, you got comments on your face. People have complained mostly about how there were no stakes in these guys. Nobody died. Like we're waiting for the big death to happen. And every season they give you that. And I just feel like this season they really couldn't do it because they had kind of wasted all their capital. Like, you're not going to kill these kids.
I wanted them to kill the children.
I wasn't.
But I'm saying they weren't going to kill these kids. They haven't killed these kids for 4 seasons. They're not going to kill these kids. But they killed these kids last season, right? They killed Eddie. So why not? I'm just saying they totally missed out on the boat to just move that over to this season, because people would have been like, last season people would be like, damn, I thought Eddie should have died, and then they killed his ass. You know what I'm saying? You kind of build it up a little bit more, but like I said, there's no real way for you to be able to
I want to bring up one comment. Yeah, it's that one. No one fucking cared about her. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I don't really care.
That is an intentional omission.
I do want to get Holly's death was acceptable
because I wanted her to die the first time.
Let me get my MVP before Alex, because Alex is gonna get mad. I want my MVP. Ooh, my MVP.
We need Jerry's too.
My MVP is gonna be well, actually, are we talking about acting or are we talking about just like who I like?
Mine was the same guy.
As far as MVP, like when I choose my MVP, like when I'm going off my criteria is best character and like performance. It's like I liked this character and I liked how this actor portrayed.
Who'd you choose again?
I chose
Joe Steve.
I'm gonna go with the one that never gets no love, Lucas's sister.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, Erica.
Erica be killing it.
My girlfriend loves Erica.
Effortless. She just be out there.
Your girlfriend should love her. Erica's awesome.
She's awesome. So, Terry, who's your MVP?
Are y'all doing for the season or the whole series?
Oh, well, this
you
season.
Can do. Yeah,
mine was the same.
Let's do this season. Let's do this season.
Yeah.
Because series, I'll do both. I'll tell you for series, that goes to Steve. Steve wins for the series, but for this season, I'm gonna give it to Will. He finally came out. Hours, stuff.
We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
He also acted like a motherfucker.
Robin, like for the season, he really showed up.
So, I will say.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
No, very, very good MVP, Stranger T. Like, I'll say two things. One, I feel like Will definitely excelled a lot as an actor throughout the seasons. And man, I honestly, right before, spoilers, when we found out that he has powers, I was like, this nigga ain't worth shit. I was like, this nigga is useless, and then he showed he had powers. I was like, okay, you immediately redeemed yourself.
Still,
but I also want to say that my we were talking about characters who died or didn't die. My girlfriend had the joke that the only character that died from the first season is Steve's Beamer.
All right, yeah, that's good. That's actually pretty good.
It's like R.I.P.
But you know what? No, look at Othelius's last comment there.
Oh, about Collie. Okay. So I can say why people didn't care about Collie. And for me, I didn't care about Collie's death because the only thing I cared about Collie was that they just showed her and they resolved the whole what happened to fucking Elle's sister this whole
Immediately.
time.
Yeah.
Because I was just so mad about that. And so the minute they're like, oh, she's been captured the whole time, they're running experiments on her. I was like, okay, cool. No more questions. She's expendable to me now. You answered my one real question.
I didn't feel like she was expendable. I don't feel like that's the reason she wasn't expendable either. I feel like she was expendable. I'm just saying I don't feel like that's the reason. They just didn't give her anything, and they kind of wedged her in there. They just was like, it's like literally they were in the writer's room, and somebody said, "Hey, y'all know that people are really pissed off that we haven't brought this
exactly." That's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. That's why she's expendable.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. To that point, I believe that the reason that you didn't get an attachment to her is just because they didn't do anything after that.
Well, and I think they didn't. I think she was brought in, one, for that exact reason you guys just said, but also because they were like, well, we got to kill someone. Who can we kill that won't piss off too many people? But Othelius' comment there, I'll tell you who I'm tired of. I can't stand John's annoying ass. First off, agreed. But second off, so they could have killed him, and that would have had a huge emotional impact without pissing off too many fans. So if you're just... That's Will's
Nancy's
shitty older
boyfriend.
brother.
Yeah.
The consumer, the director.
Will you not marry me?
That's his boyfriend?
That
Yeah.
guy.
Kill him off. It still tugs on the emotions. It's still one of the originals, but no one cares enough.
Name. Why does John not sound right?
Jonathan. His name is
Jonathan. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
that's
what
how
they
terrible
really
I
should have
didn't
done.
like. Yeah, they could have killed him.
What they really should have done, they should have killed Hop, or Will would have been too obvious.
You know what? One guy I was.
Y'all put my man in the gulag. He survived. No, you're not killing him.
You can't kill Hop.
But you could have done Hop, having Hop sacrifice himself for 11.
One guy who could have. Well, I'll talk about the sacrifice back and forth later on because, like, it felt like, no, you kill yourself. No, you kill yourself. Like later on in the last.
We can talk about
duck season, rabbit season.
Well, what are you trying to get into, Alex? What are you trying to get into? Because you seem like you're trying to move into something.
No, I was just gonna say that. Fuck, man, I had a point about what were we just
murder?
About?
John, Kelly.
Oh yeah, like who should have died? I think that Mr. Wheeler should have died. Because we see like the Demogorgon.
How do we know he did? We literally did not see him again.
We never saw him again. Like that's why I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
we did. Whoa! We absolutely saw him again. He was the prick at the graduation. Like,
he was at graduation. He was at graduation
next to his badass of a wife, rocking her scars with pride.
Which is why no one would care if he died. Like we already got to see her like recover and have her hero moment. If we would have been like, oh yeah, Mr. Wheeler died with complications with the surgery, like no one would have cared.
I do want to say something about that because I thought about that when I was playing golf. Those kids are getting kidnapped. I was like, what? Like those two characters have always been these like teeny tiny pieces of the show that literally are cogs in the wheel, but like they are oblivious to everything going on. I thought it was basically a way for them to keep these two characters in the show because really you can do this show without them in this show. Like really, like you could do.
There's only two parents you need, and it's Hop and it's Winona Ryder.
But they test well. I'm guaranteeing you, they test. I guarantee you, even that old white dude being a smug asshole, not paying attention to his hot wife. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
How much money must he have?
People still love that character because those two, but for whatever the reasons, you know what I'm saying? Because, and so I guess that's the reason that they had to have them in there. And to me, that is the best way they could have used them is like at least have you thinking that they gonna die.
At least kill one of the parents. They got both parents. They're not supposed to be happy. Fuck that murder.
Yeah, they should have a little.
I think that it would have been better if they hadn't even killed Callie. Like, just don't even kill the bitch if we're not gonna kill the main characters. Just don't even kill that bitch. Just let her live.
By the way, speaking of the Wheelers, I did love one of the memes I saw before I watched it was just a picture of Nancy and Mike next to each other, and someone just said 5 seasons, and it wasn't until this episode. I forget which episode it was. It wasn't until this episode I remember their brother and sister. I was like, yeah. They don't actually really talk about that.
There was a lot of brother sister stuff in the first season, but yeah, it's a while before.
Phrasing.
Yeah, we get some brother sister stuff.
If it wasn't for that sounds like the front page of the hub.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I don't frequent the hub as often. It's not.
I'm not talking about the hub. It just sounds crazy.
I'll let you know my favorite videos when they're off pod.
The way they were
don't say normal stuff like
they were like step siblings.
I'm not saying normal.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like maybe Will came from the dad, Nancy came from the mom, and then the mom and dad had the littlest child. Like it seemed like they were working together to save their
little Holly
sister because then they're step siblings. Yeah, they didn't have any.
That would have made more sense to me.
It was just like Will and Holly had chemistry, and then Nancy and Holly had chemistry. Like that was their half sister, but Nancy and Will, or no, I mean
Mike,
Nancy and Mike.
It's like, hi, have you two met?
They're step siblings.
Yeah,
but, I mean, this comment that Othelius is making. I mean, this is the '80s. This is the '80s. It's the fucking different and weird and assholey and aggressive and like just.
Can we say at least one person in that group when Will came out probably would have said a slur or something we can consider a slur? If they meant it friendly, somebody definitely in that room said, "We don't care that you're an F. We love you."
Yeah.
I'm just saying they might not have meant it, but someone said a slur.
That or at least one of the people would have been like, yeah, me too, but not gone over at all and had a weird look on their face.
I do want to talk about Will's coming out.
I segue into his sexuality.
I do want to talk about Will's coming out scene, but I do want to address Athelius's comment real quick. I never thought him and Nancy made any sense, and Murray convincing them to fuck at his place was weird. And then Simulation Presents piggybacks on that and says Murray needs to go.
They could have killed Murray. He's so good.
Listen, I thought if you ask me. Somewhere they tested a lot of death scenes and they didn't test well, and they said nah because Murray looks like he's gonna jump into.
He looked like he was gonna jump and just.
And he was gonna blow himself.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
And all of a sudden, he just was at the edge, just throwing it.
That, or they should have had him like pretend like he wasn't going to, and then he slips and he just falls into the rotor blades.
I feel like in that scene
Steve falling with the blackout and then coming back.
Dude,
that's clear that to me that they had moments. And Jonathan and Nancy in the melting room. To me, it's clear as day that they had a death scene for at least 4 characters, and they decided not to go with any of them. They were like they filmed some death scenes that they just decided not to go with. You can kind of tell.
You know what? That's what they should have done. They should have killed like half the fucking crew.
Yeah, and honestly, I was like, and I was I guess unreasonably expecting us to get like shout out spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Serenity, but I was expecting like a random Wash-esque death where somebody beloved just like gets killed randomly in just the heat of battle.
I mean,
are we caring about that?
Yes.
I very quickly remembered that this,
I got you, Jeff.
This is not that kind of show. So I wasn't like offended by the fact that we didn't get any
do we care? Are we caring about that?
All right, that was actually really good.
But I will say that if we're talking about anti-MVPs, Murray's got to have mine because goddamn, I liked his character when he was first. I was just like, quick, 15-second rant. I liked his character when he was introduced. He was grounded. He was a journalist, and he was like, I'm trying to get to the bottom of like what's going on here. And then very quickly after that first season when he was introduced, he turned into a quip machine goofball Looney Tunes character, and everything he says is a goddamn quip. And I fucking hate it. Everything he says is like supposed to. I hate it. I hate everything he says.
He also had way too much of a relationship with children.
Very strange. I don't know.
All the other people were like their family, so it made sense.
Or the sheriff. Hopper is the sheriff, so it was.
He was El's dad at the end.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like
Hopper, Steve
interacting with these children he had a reason because he was at least the sheriff. Like he is investigating crimes and missing children.
Yeah,
we at least have to, we could at least he could be with them.
Not the dude who clearly has a fleet of panel vans.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, Murray is into so much illegal shit. I think it's kind of dangerous for him to be around post Vecna death. Like, I think he needs to kind of probably go back to his science fiction Bigfoot type shit. That's what
you got about 12 years before the world's going to start really cracking down on the internet searches. So go ham, Murray.
Who's your not MVP, Jeff? Who's your anti MVP?
So it's actually not MVP. Going to be Murray because he slips away out of my mind so much. For me, it was Callie because they forced too much of her in on this. Again, Bill, you're right. And Terry, you're right. If we got that quick little oh, okay, there, and then she dies, perfectly fine, would have made sense. They tried to make her so much more of the story than she needed to be that every time she was on screen, I was like, can you murder her now, please? Because I'm happy with that.
Hashtag kills Bean.
Hashtag kills Bean. I did like the reintroduction of her character personally, and the fact that they just wanted to wrap that up because it did seem kind of like a hanging thread with them just introducing her, and because of the negative response from fans, they were just like, oh, we're not going to touch this anymore. But for several seasons, but I like that they were able to wrap it up and have her be integral to the story at the end. But T, what about you? Who's your?
No, you gotta read this comment. Then
no, who's this? Imagine if Will's family was Jamaican and he came out. Oh shit, yeah. Be a very different scene, especially in the 80s. Oh damn!
Come on, get the pot here, you bomber clad.
I feel like the belt. T, what about you? Who's your anti-MVP?
My anti-MVP is going to turn into a rant about how the season ended because it's going to go.
Well, hold on to your rant because we got to talk about the ending later.
It connects because it relates because my MVP is fucking Linda Hamilton's character.
That's your anti-MVP? Yeah.
Well, because you don't like the character or because you don't think it was integral to the story?
It was not integral to the story and just...
we'll talk about
keep trying to do stuff with the military. It was so.
She didn't fight a single robot.
We're gonna talk about her.
The ending of we thought we caught her and everything, and we're gonna I just witnessed Hopper and Nancy kill 50 fucking U.S. troops. Half of them was literally on U.S. soil. Okay, those are serious crimes right there. And regardless of the reason why you're attacking, you can still they still need to go to jail for that. They just got away with it. They're just shit. We just watched 11 die. Everybody go home. Everybody just go the fuck home. Fuck y'all. Get out of my face.
I'll say Linda Hamilton.
You're not. They just killed 50 of your dudes, bro.
Unless you're about to kill all of the rest of them. You're not getting away with this.
Nancy Rambo. And that was the most unbelievable thing too, because Hop, I get, Hop in Special Forces, he was trained, but Nancy just becoming a caricature of herself from Mrs. Do-Goody journalist to where she has a knack for, Lois Lane to fucking Rambo now.
Hold on, she did.
Wait.
They showed her doing target practice and training.
You're not going to be killing you. These are special forces guys. These aren't regular army dudes.
They're not very good, regardless, because that was going to be one of my MVP. That's one of my MVP, upside down MVPs is that dude who got his face all fucked up, and he was that.
I was kind of enjoying him. I think they did him wrong.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys who he would have had a real good time hanging out at Guantanamo. He would have enjoyed his job a little too much.
Now let me tell you,
Alex, you keep trying to say something.
No. I was going to let Bill go for
because he knows where I'm going. He knows where I'm going.
All right.
Listen, y'all know that. Look, everybody. I mean, maybe y'all know. I don't know. Me and Alex know. When you're watching a sci-fi, and you're like, really into it, but there's this like fucking one character you're like, God damn, I can't stand this motherfucker. Like, and you just waiting on him to die. Just fucking waiting on him to die. And he's just fucking like, you're not mad at him because he's doing a good job acting. You're mad at that person because they're fucking terrible. You want him to get the fuck out of here.
You're supposed to be mad at them.
Well, really, you're not mad because you're supposed to be mad at him. Mad at him because you're fucking really tired of their acting, their choices in life, and their face. Eventually, you're just mad at their face. And then they die, and then you're so happy. You're just like, oh my God, so fucking happy. Because it's like, oh, a big like payoff. It's because I could not stand watching this every fucking second longer without this person being fucking dead. I was so goddamn happy. I want to also point out the fact it didn't make sense to shoot Kali. Just like that didn't make any sense to me.
All that shit.
So with that being said, that's my anti-MVP, my upside down MVP. And also I'm changing my MVP to Holly because 9NerdYard said, who the hell is Holly? And I will not stand for it because you know what? That little girl, I hate child actors.
Who the hell is Clara?
This casting director, whoever she or he is, deserves so much more money than whatever they're getting because they were able to find all these kids. Like talking about how long ago this was. These kids were fucking little when you go back and watch seasons.
That's what made the flashbacks even weirder. Was like, wow, they were that young.
And the daughter, the girl, ends up growing up to be a real fucking good actor. Mike's little sister grows up to be a really fucking good actor.
I'm so angry about the real world shit going on for her.
I want to say,
well, you got to tell us about that because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But
Alex has something first.
Yeah, what are you saying, Alex?
I was just gonna say that the actresses who played Holly in the first 4 seasons.
Twins?
Twins, yeah.
Yeah, they were twins, and they recast for this season. And apparently, like there's like some continuity, like blah 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 blah, because like the character should be 7, but she's 10 years old in this season, but that is played by a 14-year-old. You know, like it's like, it's whatever. Yeah, if you want to get caught up in the semantics of that.
Bitch, it's COVID, goddammit. Like, y'all be worried about what the fuck we got going on over here. This bitch mama was asking too much goddamn money. Like, shit, we go with somebody else. Fucking little kids, man. Fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck.
But I agree, she was really, really good. Like, I was impressed by.
She was She was a breakout this season, yeah.
900 also said it would have been hilarious if Elle was the only person that did not approve in Will's coming out scene. Like, Papa, Will can't like boys.
It's like
while she's eating a frozen Eggo waffle.
Papa, did I do a good 11?
Pretty good.
Papa,
but Elle's just like, hell no,
nigga. Sound Ukrainian. That's all I'm trying to figure out. I want to say sound Ukrainian if she's in fucking Indiana. Her mama's from like Chicago or some shit.
Like, why couldn't she speak right? All the other kids were normal talking.
Well, no, Kai is fucking British. Actually, I don't know what she is. Her fucking accent was pissing me so off. Oh my God,
she was trying very hard to do an American accent. But I just want to say real quick. I want to say real quick. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this Nancy slander right now because
the Nelander.
Because they established that Nancy was a good shot in season 1. And that she was the best shot out of everybody that's not like a fucking cop. The only thing that I'm upset about with Nancy's character is that she decided to pursue a job of being a journalist. It's like, bro, you should be a cop. You're a good shot. You know how to be a detective.
Let's be honest. She's working for the CIA, and the newspapers are covered.
Yeah, she should be that, Alex. That's all.
She was just in Venezuela last week. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the 80s. She's about to take down Nicaragua. She was helping.
Since you brought up Nancy,
her working for the Herald.
She was in Nicaragua.
Since you brought up Nancy, Alex, I really want to say this real quick because I didn't think I was going to remember this, but me and Lil Frothy were talking about it, and I just was like, man, Nancy, like, you know, she's very, very beautiful lady. She looked better without that crazy perm, right? Am I right?
Yes, that end scene was like, oh wow, you are still pretty. That's mean, not still. That was mean.
No, but she must have some bomb ass pussy because them dudes, oh my god, they just would not like. We're about to die, y'all. Like, nigga, the world is ending, and these niggas is still fighting over
yeah, well, it's Nancy. It's the teenage psychic, or it's the fucking lesbian. They had one choice.
No, let's sister is missing. We're a little bit busy. We just don't need you to be trying to fuck this bitch right now. Like, that should not be the goal.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, because at one point, all three of the characters, Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve, all say, Holly is missing. We shouldn't be talking about this right now. Like, when they're dealing with all this shit. But at the same time, you know, I was like talking about this with a couple of my friends. I don't know how I would react if I was faced with a life or death situation. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to die in a couple of moments. So maybe I should just tell you everything that I'm feeling right now. So there are a couple of moments like that where it's like, it's kind of relatable. Or like relatable in the sense like I don't know how I would react in this situation because I've literally never been in a life or death situation. But I'm curious how you guys felt about the love triangle, because I don't know, going into the season, I was very much like, I hope Steve and Nancy get together at the end, because they are like two of my favorite characters. But I was pretty satisfied where everybody.
Bone.
I mean, they're
beautiful people.
Two attractive people. Yeah. You seen the jaw lines of those people? But no, honestly, like, I was very satisfied where everything ended. Like that very, like, you know, platonic, happy friendship moment on the rooftop of the Squawk with everybody at the end. But like, I don't know how do you guys feel about that love triangle period and how it ended up?
I'll just say one thing, and I'll leave it up to y'all. It's real easy to accept rejection when you're about to die.
Like, it's actually the only upsetting thing in that situation is when you don't die.
Right, exactly. Like Almost Famous.
Shit.
The plane Almost Famous. If for those who know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Terry, you how'd you feel about
love triangle and Squawk ending?
Yeah, how'd you feel about that love triangle?
The anti-love triangle, you mean?
Yeah, because nobody ended up loving anybody.
Yeah. It seems like the whole time they were building up for these feelings, for all these feelings to come out to be like, I just want to say, I love you as a friend. The whole time. And like, and then, will you unmarry me? And I'm like, wait, is he breaking up with her? Like, and then like, Jonathan and Joe Gary have their moment, and they're like, and we both don't love Nancy. Like, they all had their I don't love you. I don't love Nancy. I was like, wow, you guys had all this animosity towards this season and all these weird feelings for y'all to finally be like, oh, we really just don't like each other like that. We're all cool.
Anti-Eskimo brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I got a theory now.
Oh, shit. Theories. Throwing out theories.
Yeah. I think, what if Nancy never gave none of them no pussy?
Well,
wasn't that an awkward plot point with wasn't that also one of the worst Murray plot points ever?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, it should have never been said. It should have been left unsaid.
Oh, wait.
You know, and they really never said that anybody had sexual relations.
Ooh.
Okay, wait. Like, okay.
Well, hang on.
I almost don't want to
relations button, Alex. Oh, what we about to say, Alex? Sorry, what did I break?
I almost don't want to even dive into this. And I feel like I should remember this because I rewatched all the episodes last year. But did Nancy lose her virginity to Steve or Jonathan? Because I thought it was Steve during the night Babs died.
I'll tell you what, I don't care. I do not know, and I do not care.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know if this is a question that needs to be answered.
I'll tell you what, I can answer that question. No.
If you know the answer to this weird ass question that I have posed, put it in the chat.
So back to the love triangle, because Othelius actually commented on what I was going to say. So Othelia says it wasn't even a damn triangle. John was being a punk, instigating Steve the whole time, and Nancy ain't love either of them. So I agree with parts of this. I believe Steve when he was like, we're just friends. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone by this point knows Steve well enough to know that, like, Steve's going to act the way he's going to act, but he absolutely has no intentions on Nancy. He does see her as a friend, and he wouldn't. It's not even because he is like, oh well, I want to respect John's with her, and I want to respect that. Yeah, it's he wants to respect Nancy because he knows Nancy doesn't want to date him and doesn't want that. So yeah, like Steve had the biggest character arc out of all of them, and I think he would have respected Nancy enough to not be going after her when he knows she doesn't want that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further because I'm gonna be making a whole video about Steve Harrington very soon.
Very partial, very non-biased, completely objective review.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
How's this pilot gonna fly a chopper into the rift?
Too big, it's not gonna fit.
Steve hears that all the time, and he goes in anyway, don't you, Steve?
What the hell's wrong with you?
It's funny.
Everybody.
Murray's what sells that line for me, by the way.
Yeah, that's why you can't be too mad at Murray because there's
I love the act.
He's kind of like what's his name in?
Well, that actor's always comic relief, no matter what he's in.
What's the dude what was in Surf Ninjas when we were watching it?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. Yeah, he's like
he's like Rob Schneider.
He's like he is. That's
a good comp. That's a good comp.
Anything he says is a punchline. Go ahead, Jim.
But so then the other part of them being on the squawk roof and everything, like, okay, I get you're wrapping it up, but it was so much exposition. They did a better job than most people do with having it like weave through the conversation and explain everything. But it just got to the point where it was so long. And this is actually the issue I had with all of the wrap up of this episode. All of the wrap up was so long that it allowed me to start being like, what's going on? Like, Terry, I think it was you who brought it up. Like, the military, you murdered so many military people. They'd be looking for you, but that's not part of the wrap up at all.
Right.
Like, you have too much of a wrap up to not touch on the logical questions.
I do feel that's a very great point, but I do feel like that's a wash, considering that everything that happened there is completely under.
Still, they had 30 minutes of wrap up.
Like everything that's happened there, you could use that excuse from season 1 to now. Like,
I also had an issue with them driving through, shooting everyone, and not a single one of them got shot. Not even winged.
Yeah, I mean, the whole ass.
They unloaded entire machine guns into the cab, and Murray was just like, "It's okay, I'll duck."
There was also
right. I feel like there were several times when Murray was going to die and they had to edit it out, and that was one of the scenes right there because the way they showed him get shot in the van, I was just like, it reminded me, remember in Civil War, like when what's his name got shot when he ran the car through, and I was just like, Murray definitely got shot right there, right?
Honestly,
that's how that works.
Honestly, Captain America: Civil War was one of the things I thought of when that scene happened. And I like. Honestly, like you were talking about Nancy being a gun-toting badass in this season. And I appreciate like I was able to have suspend disbelief during this moment where she's like, popping shots in the scene because it was nice. Because it was just like so ridiculous at this point. Like
Right.
on the one hand, she had been developed to be very proficient with guns at this point. Probably not to the extent where she's like shooting these special forces agents
out of towers.
But also, but also, everything is silly at this point. Like they shouldn't be doing any of this. Like nobody should be surviving.
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, I don't give a shit. Like once there's a Russian base underneath somewhere in Indiana. Hold on. Like this is Cold War.
Ohio, right? Indiana. No, I'm sorry, you're right.
Is it Indiana or Ohio? Is same place.
Exactly.
1980s, a Russian base that travels miles and miles underground. That one, I was like, okay, we're dealing with a place that we.
God. The funniest part about that one is like, I wonder where the Russian base is, and it's winter, and you're looking. There's just one spot of no snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably over there, guys.
It's probably over there.
But like, okay, so how about this?
Won't grow there. Well, I want you to go.
And this is the last time I'll bring this up.
Hold on, you go, and then I want you to read this comment that I got up here.
TSP, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so with them not getting shot or anything, like, okay, but at the beginning of the season, Hop gets hurt on his side when Elle throws him. So it's like you're willing to, like, I feel like that was them trying to be like, and when that happened, I was like, okay, we're going a little more realistic with it, and then never again. He was getting shot out behind that sign, and it's like they exploded him, and he was just like, I'm going to cover Elle. It's cool. And it's just like one of those, like, come on, guys, we're doing a bit more here. And I'll say this. If Murray had died driving that in, I think that would have been a great way for them to show us, hey, this is real stakes. People are gonna die. It would have heightened everything, and the only thing you would have lost is just have someone else throw the grenade from the roof.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
Yeah.
Now, TSP Simulation Presents says, "How would you all feel if they dropped a Shadow episode, and our finale was Illusion? Don't do it."
Mm-mm. I've heard like theories about this happening.
I don't know why I haven't read it enough. Our Reddit correspondent 9 from 9 Nerd Yards, he has not corresponded with us on what the hell's going on with that or any rumors of any kind that may be taking place online. But I will say that shit sounds crazy. If they did that, I definitely think that the ratings for this show go down even further. The only thing that's wrong with this show, this season, the reason that this show got bad ratings in certain episodes to me is because they didn't watch.
Because Will came out.
They all came out in blocks instead of just putting it all out at one time. That's what made this show great. People don't understand, or they don't understand that the reason that people were watching this show and it was so big is you're dropping it around the holidays. People get to see this shit. Then they go hang out with their mama and they like, Ma, did you see this show called Stranger Things? And guess what? You grown as hell and you can't be watching crazy ass shit with your mama that you be watching sometimes. You know,
Mom, you're gonna love it. There's Christmas lights and Eggo waffles, and it's in the 80s. I think you'll have a blast.
Exactly. So now I can watch this with my family, and then you binge it, and then somebody else come and Uncle Freddie come through, and you like, hey, Uncle Freddie, you want to watch this damn show called Stranger Things? You know what I'm saying? That's how people really fell in love with this show. I've heard crazy stories of people mental health was bad, and then they watched this show and they changed their life and shit. That ain't happened to me. But I do get the feeling and
feel like salt tanks really.
I know y'all are emotional guys sometimes, but not really. But did anybody have the gumption to cry or the?
Oh, I cried during the coming out scene. I thought it was really well done.
Ooh,
part of it was, the actor said that I'm sorry, I don't remember the actor's name, but he was he came out.
Noah Shop.
Thank you, Noah. Noah was said playing Will, and having him come out as Will was one of the things that gave him the courage to actually finish coming out as well. And I felt like it really came across in that scene. I also felt like it was like the things Will was saying. Yeah, those are the things you're scared about about when you're coming out. It's not I'm going to get hate crime and someone's going to chain me to a truck and drive me around. It's that like the little things are going to change. And even little things like you're going to look at me and worry about me and you don't realize like that's also hurtful. Like it comes from love, but it's still painful. I thought all of those were like, yeah, that's the scary shit about coming out. They captured it perfectly, and Noah acted the fuck out of it.
He did.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like
I do want to point out that fear is like totally within everybody with just about everything.
Oh yeah,
and just point out like for anybody who's out there having any kind of feelings like that, man,
keep it to yourself.
Always, just keep it to yourself. No, like
if you're having feelings like that, just remember.
Outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
But seriously, tell somebody, talk to somebody, because man, we all feel the same way. Motherfuckers be walking around here acting tough. Nigga, your bitch ass was crying this morning in the shower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a shower cry is a good cry.
Shower cry is good as fuck, man. Shower cry is good as fuck.
Also,
hold on. I want to say there's Ophelia says excellent exposition wrap up. John definitely looked like that director that makes shit nobody finna watch.
And he was the only one who didn't know.
Yeah, he was the only one who didn't know.
There's a prologue that says, and then he died broke. But I did love the.
And Will never lent him any fucking money.
He was like, sorry, man, I don't have it.
Will was rich as a motherfucker and didn't no money.
His husband is like on the other line.
Doing that dink income.
Don't answer when he calls.
Did not tell you not to answer when he called, William.
I did like the coming out scene for Will, and I thought it was like really, really touching. Honestly, at first I was like, this is going on for a while, especially when he's like naming all the things that he likes, and like, but then when you like tied that into like, but you know, I just like don't like this other thing. It's like just showing like, hey man, I love you guys. Like we're all like nothing has really changed. I just want to tell you about this one thing that's I feel differently about than you guys feel about, and I hope that doesn't change our friendship. And like I really loved how he built up to it. I just feel like it should have happened maybe a couple seasons before, because I feel like there's been hints that Will is queer for a few seasons now, and I feel like with the stakes as high as they could possibly be. Again, like I was saying before about other characters, you don't know how you're gonna react when you think you're gonna die in a couple of hours. So like maybe he's just like, yeah, I need to tell you this now. But it would have probably been a little bit more satisfying for me if they had that conversation maybe a season before. But I did like all the build up, especially with his conversations with Robin and everything that built up to him coming up.
Now, Alex, now read Othelius' comment to learn why you're wrong.
Oh, what's Othelius saying? Theo said, I felt like it also made sense to do it at that time because he felt ashamed and Vecna knew it. So he decides, nah, I'm not letting Vecna use it against me. I'm telling my own truth. Yeah, and I thought that that was a good like plot point for him.
Hold on, because to that point. So we were talking about this show earlier, late last year. And I think it was Terry who pointed out that he was, or maybe Jeff who pointed out that he was, this actor, Noah, he is actually gay. But it like came out, like it came out before the show.
I thought it came out this season.
Well,
the
show came at like
the character came out before he did.
Yeah, the character came out before he did, which kind of fucked up. It's like you're a kid and you have your first kiss on stage, in front of millions and billions of people.
Still feel so bad for Kirsten Dunst, is it?
Oh yeah,
Interview with a Vampire.
kissing Brad Pitt or whatever.
Kirsten Dunst gave me a kiss, so I don't feel.
Oh, hey girl, hey.
Shout out to Kirsten. Garage pizza, all day. She was drunk. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Coming out and your first kiss on camera.
Yeah, he came out on accident, basically. Like people know that, and you're a kid, dude. That's fucking weird.
Tell you what, whoever casted season 1 and was able to tell that he was gay back then, good job.
Good job. Good job. Or also probably weird. But I do think that this scene where he came out was a correction on the behalf of the writers and the production staff and everyone, but also probably an overcorrection to a certain degree. But it was like them giving him a chance to come out to the world and to the entire studio. It's like almost like you could see people in the background looking that weren't even there, damn near. You know what I mean? Like you could almost tell that the entire crew and the cast and everybody was there.
On that set, everybody was watching. Like
everybody was watching.
That catering person stopped making sandwiches right then. She stopped prepping. The best grip was out there. He made sure that light was on that motherfucker right good.
Right.
The director calls cut, and you just hear one person scream like butter across the bread. That loud ass butter in the toast. Sorry.
The Teamsters were out there out of their trucks finally instead of being in the back lot like they always are. Come in and watch.
People stop doing cocaine. When usually people stop doing cocaine,
that's when it gets serious.
That's how you know a motherfucker cooking on set. Damn, that boy stopped doing cocaine.
Oh man.
But I had another. Let's see. Yeah,
let me ask you guys a question.
Evidence is piling up. I don't know. Might believe it. I don't know what. I don't know what
that was in reference to.
Yeah.
The Shadow episode.
Oh.
I honestly, I also just don't want one. That's the bigger part. I don't want it.
I don't want it either.
It's over. Leave it over.
Well, let's talk about speaking of be over. How do y'all feel about Vecna and his backstory and his death scene? Because to me, the Vecna's backstory, I actually was really pissed off with this show. The last 2 episodes of the first block, and the whole middle block was just like cartoony and everything, doing the tropes of we got an idea, boom, let's get the. It's all right, damn, we're gonna do this again. But then
because we're gonna need a montage.
But they didn't
love
really
that base.
The last 2 episodes, in my opinion, because you got that Vecna backstory. Like that really started making it kind of interesting. And it's kind of like we got tired of these boys talking to each other all the time. It's like finally we start having these girls talking to each other, and something we ain't had since like season 1, really. Like multiple or any girls talking because they killed what's her name, big girl, big bone girl. They killed her. Babs. So anyway, bunch of little kids. You know what I'm saying? Now we got multiple women that are having interactions with each other. But we get a lot of backstory, and what my thing is, who the fuck was that dude that Vecna ended up killing? Henry ended up killing, and then taking
Henry Jones Sr.
I wanted to.
Was this is the Marvel universe, Sony universe, or something?
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up a little bit earlier because we were talking about the Stranger Things Broadway play and all the insular storylines with Stranger Things. Apparently, they are planning on having a Stranger Things spinoff. It's going to be it's going to have
I'm here for the spinoff.
Going to have completely different characters, a different timeline, and it is going to be related to this rock, this mysterious rock that gave Henry his powers. Are you guys interested in seeing like any other stories that's including just like whatever spawned these powers?
I'm here for it, Tim. I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I guess that's outdated, but I'm here for it, man. I fucking need more answers. And I think that those answers that people have, I mean, those questions that people have, these like plot holes and all this stuff, I think they kind of get answered, or you have the ability for them to be answered. This is exactly what it is doing with the Welcome to Derry series. This is exactly the same thing, doing different timelines and whatnot. So I'm actually kind of interested when you say doing different timelines, because now we're talking about the Upside Down being known about for possibly decades and decades by different governments.
No, because the Upside Down was created by Vecna and El.
Well, that's what Vecna may have thought, but it's a bridge. Now that we know that it was actually a bridge,
it already existed. Yeah,
he created a pathway.
So here's my thing. I would be okay with it if it was nowhere fucking near Hawkins. I would be much more okay with it if there's different Upside Downs all over the world, because like, hey, fucking wormholes can appear anywhere.
Well, that's possible, because remember, they had tears in Russia. There were there. So to your point, it might not be in Hawkins, and maybe I can get some. I hope it's not in Hawkins. That way, I can get some different like gear. Because I got a lot of Stranger Things gear where I wear their little athletic wear. Like I went to high school at Hawkins, so maybe I can get a different
Hawkins P.
Yeah, man, look like I was on the football team at Hawkins High.
Well, now you got to get a one of their baseball jerseys, Coach Steve.
Yeah, I gotta get a Coach Steve. But yeah, like I'm here for it for those reasons. Now, if they're just gonna do Stranger Things again, then what's the point, right? Like, but it sounds like that's not what they're interested in doing. It sounds like they're interested in making a whole new series with the same concept, like staying within their universe.
So here's my issue with it. I think this was a good ending. The only real issue I was having with it was like God, if they're bringing Elle back to life, I would fucking hate that. So the way they kind of split the difference there, even that, I was like, okay, you know what? I still don't like it but that's way better than like The Dark Knight Rises and just like, fuck you. Just let me stay dead. So what they did with that was so much
somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking burn every Palpatine. I don't care if it's Emperor or not.
No.
So like things like that. Just fucking stop. Just give me something original. So I get that. I don't want anything else because I think this was a good enough ending. That being said, the things that I'm hearing do make me feel a bit more open to it, because it does, like you said, Bill, it doesn't sound like they're going to just try and redo the same thing over and over. And one more thing, talk about wormholes can happen anywhere. Here's a fun little science fact for you. Black holes pop into and out of existence all around us all the fucking time.
God damn.
Most are just too small and they go too fast for us to notice.
Holy shit. Okay. Thank you for
this nigga got some $1 million words, don't
enjoy a new fear you didn't know you had.
Okay, so this is my question about the Upside Down and what I can't piece together. So basically, what the scientist dude in Hawkins did is that they made the Einstein-Rosen bridge, where you connect two wormholes to a bridge and you get two planes. Boom. Yeah. That's our planet. The Upside Down is the tunnel, and then on the other side of it is Dimension X. But from what we saw, it was only Hawkins' portion went straight up to Dimension X. So when you said reminded us about that, Russia had a thing and they had a version of their upside down. Did that also go to Dimension X or did it go to another planet? Like,
that's a good.
Was there Russian Dimension X? Yeah, like some of the
Rush
because
mentioned
it seemed like what was holding Hawkins the upside down together was that big red ball, but the big red ball only existed on our side, on America's side, because they invented the big red ball thing, which made the fucking bridge. So because we know Russia was copying our shit. So did Russia make their own?
But didn't Russia keep turning theirs on and back off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We keep assuming things based off of what we have seen. But like when you go down that rabbit hole, it's like, no, what if maybe the US assumes they created it? What if it's just always there and they just open the door?
Like Columbus.
Well, no,
I discovered this, but it's always
found the notes of what the thing was and how they created. So that's what I said. We're not assuming that they created. We know that they created it. Dustin confirmed that to us, and that's why he stopped them from shooting it. He was like, "Do not do that. Vecna didn't make it. This is what the upside down is. It is an Einstein-Rosen bridge. It was made by this scientist. This is how he made it in his notebook." So there's no assuming. That's what it is. Like the show itself established as continuity. So my question is,
he created.
Did Russia also make one? Because that seems like they might have. And does theirs?
Right, but that's not the creation of the upside down, is what I'm saying. They all have made gates, openings, entryways, or just like Jeff was mentioning, different wormholes. Like, so what if they're all just technically tiny wormholes that are popping you in and out that allow you to come to that bridge? Kind of like with Goku, when he be dying, motherfucker go through the bridge.
Snake Road, I got you.
He has to hit the Snake Road, you know what I'm saying? But then where does this road lead to? Because no one has ever explored the upside down because they're worried about getting killed by motherfuckers.
And they
also all these things.
So they also established at some point
lizard dogs.
In one of the earlier seasons, they established that it is toxic to spend too much time in the upside down. And at some point, as Robin's girlfriend asked, I was like, "Is it okay to breathe in this?"
Yeah,
this shit?
I don't know.
She's like, "It's unclear." Like, no, it's very clear. It's toxic if you spend too much time down here.
I think that was a jab at themselves, like the fact that it was making Will sick in the first season, and then everybody just goes back and forth now. It's like, yeah, well, we don't know, nigga. Like,
depends on what the writers say. Yeah,
ask me what the fuck, nigga. I don't know. God damn it! Look, this is just what we wrote, nigga, and we trying to make it to this next scene, man. Shit, they don't pay us enough to make sense.
Speaking of dead or not dead, I have to ask. Sorry. It looks like you're doing some motion.
So every time someone tries to explain wormholes, imagine this is just space, right?
Right.
And literally, if you folded it over and you punched, and so here's the thing though, they always do it like this, but it can be like this. Right. So in this instance, the pen is the upside down. What I took the gates is a gate like here or here or here, not here or here. Yes. It was a gate in the pen.
Yes. Yeah. That makes
You're gonna be the director of my next movie.
It's gonna bomb.
But see, I think that if you hold up your design again, this is my thing. At least this is where I think they're gonna go with the rest of this series when you're talking about this universe. That in between is to me the upside down, and everything that is the paper is our world.
Yeah,
all that encapsulates our world, and they somehow were able to tap into the cracks and crack those areas around there.
So you're saying they were cracking in like around the edges of the pen,
outside
where the pen meets the paper,
throughout the entire. Paper, not
the other
just
thing
where the infraction point is or whatever, but all throughout. which is why everything is the same as the rest of the world. So like that's why you go down there and it's a mirror of where you are, because that space in between that is encapsulated in just infinity, just like everything here is infinite. But there's just a bridge. It just happens to be a bridge that is created between those two worlds. They mimic each other, and if everything here is infinite, then everything there has to be infinite. We can just enter from any space, like you were just mentioning earlier.
And the thing is, like, so that one with the one paper folded over is the most common one you see. It can also be two completely different pieces of paper, so it can be different dimensions. And that's how they think time travel is possible, is you wouldn't necessarily go back in our time so much as you would go through a wormhole to a dimension that dimension is just further back in time than we are. And that's how they think that would happen. And I'm going to tell you, if they're going to explore that sort of thing, if they're going to explore the upside down as a wormhole, they're absolutely going to explore time travel.
Yeah, like that.
That's like the next step, right? Where we're going with the sci-fi nature of the show is like escalation.
I hate that. Please don't do more time travel, because I got real mad at Welcome to Derry when it put out that line about, you see this, your little fucking kid, that's why I need to kill you, because he's the one that killed me, or maybe I was born. I just experienced time different. And I was like, don't do that. When you experience time different and you're trying to like change your past, and because you actually you don't change your past. We know that. So don't bring in time travel and fate and what can and cannot be changed. Please don't do that.
If y'all are enjoying yourself right now watching this, please hit the
Push
button.
the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
Yes. And
Alex, it was you who asked us what we thought The Rock was, right? We got way off topic.
Wait, what?
The Rock that Henry got his powers from. Symbiote. Exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I took it as well.
When you said that, I was thinking of Dwayne
like the
Johnson.
Crack Rock. Oh, never mind. We went different directions with that too.
Use of said, well, let's see how we say that.
He might have got his powers from Crack Rock.
I feel like we've explored The Rock enough. I am curious of what they're gonna do with the lore of that. I feel like it might also be like a supernatural extraterrestrial thing, kind of like
Meteor Man spinoff.
So exactly. Kind of adds more to the government been made the Einstein Rosen Bridge, because obviously, they had to have made the bridge. It connected. Dimension X Mind Flayer dude sent a piece of himself through that from the portal that they made. And then, the scientists were all experimenting on it. This guy, maybe he tried to like get rid of it, and because he was like, no, this shit's evil. This is an evil monster that's trying to get in our brains. And so maybe he escaped with it.
Well, tried to hide it down a mine.
But obviously, the thing does have some power, so it probably fucked him up and made him fall down the mine shaft. And then, saw the little kid, and just like Vecna kept saying, little kids are the easiest to take over in their mind. They're the perfect vessel. So little kid came out. And...
Speaking of stupidity, Alex, can you read this?
Can I? Sees a giant electric light show in the sky. Nancy's first reaction, like any real white and blue citizen, red, white, and blue citizen, shoot it, of course.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah. Right. Because I thought the whole plan was whoever finds it, let's radio Dustin, because he understands this shit, and he's gonna tell us what to do and how to destroy it. Because I wouldn't have just shot it. I would have been like, "Hey, Dustin, how do we get rid of this thing?" Like I would think, okay, yeah, you want us to destroy it, but I need to ask you how we need to destroy it. I
wouldn't have shot it either.
But the dumber part,
Dustin was definitely being a whole bitch. That's the reason.
Well, first off, they didn't know he was being a bitch at that moment.
No.
Second off, and more importantly, what made that scene even stupider was John being like, whoa. Are you sure? Yeah, okay, go ahead. You don't try and argue your point at all?
He's still trying to get the pussy at that point. Remember, he was trying to still get the pussy at that point.
I think he was like, if we die, I wanted to break up with her, so it's cool either way.
I mean, yeah, like can't nobody tell Nance nothing. But I did find it weird that they weren't just like, hey, you want to go like get like everybody else just because like,
hey, what if your sister's in there?
Right?
Yeah, it's gonna have consequences
I think
towards
we found
everybody.
the thing. Like they didn't even know what they were looking for. They just saw this red ball thing, and they were like, "That's definitely the thing that Dustin was talking about."
Hey,
shoot it.
What to do with it? I don't know. Fucking shoot it.
Hey, I do think, Terry, your point.
She started yelling, "Put down your weapon! Stop resisting!"
Yeah, like that's why I said Nancy should be a cop. She's got the perfect mentality. She's got the perfect mentality. Shoot first.
I know Terry was talking about something. I just forgot.
That was true.
I have another point to make about Dimension X. And something I was hoping to see towards the end and why they needed to destroy everything was that I wanted to see more than one Mind Flayer dude. Like if they killed that one Mind Flayer monster, I wanted to be like all of a sudden in the background, whole planets of them just rose up and they're like, oh shit, we definitely got to destroy this fucking planet. And then, you know, Linda Hamilton was there and she could have gotten stuck and eaten. Like I think the military should have ran in.
She
and
becomes Vecna Part 2.
Got stomped out. So that way when they escaped, we wouldn't have thought about the military no more. And then of course, Elle would have sacrificed herself because it's like, look at all these big ass monsters that are coming and I gotta hold them back with my psychic powers.
It also would have given us a reason why the Mind Flayer is so dead fucking set on getting here.
Right, because I was just like, that is a big ass planet. It's just this one dude and some small Demogorgon guys. And I wish they would have helped explain where all the damn Demodogs, Demogorgons, Demibats, and all that shit went. And they could have easily done it because we saw in season 3 that you just get a whole bunch of the bodies. They can the demi things can all morph into a giant spider monster, and that's what should have.
There was a lot of things that weren't really explained because, like, you know, apparently this the abyss, as Dustin called it, where the Vecna and the Holly were and everything, that was apparently just like the home of the Demigorgon and the Demidog and all this.
Krang, yeah.
Really see any of them in this last big CGI fight that we get at the end.
But it's like the material inside the Mind Flayer monster kind of looked it like them. So I was like, they really just couldn't explain that all the Demogorgons molded in to make this dude's giant body, or like the whole time the Demogorgon.
They could have even just shown one of the dogs run up and dive in.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I think that
look, it could have started with like only like 2 tendrils, and all of a sudden, all the Demogorgons start just rushing in, and then they.
This
I did like.
I don't know. This thing is its own entity. It's not a compilation of many things. The Mind Flayer.
Well, they should be
on a plane.
Well, it shouldn't have been.
Mind Flayers are hive minds.
The Mind Flayer,
because they were always like, when I get close to the hive mind, like, so it wasn't its own entity. It never was.
I will say, I did like it was like Vecna's hand, and then it morphed into that. I was like, all right, that was kind of cool.
It was, but
it isn't because, like, we obviously see that Vecna is his own entity and he has his own like choices, and like they made a point for him to say like, no, like the Mind Flayer isn't controlling me. Like, I made my own.
No, I'm not his bitch.
Did it seem like two people who were like arguing about ways to come out?
No, it's
when Henry and Will.
Why are we forgetting about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Why are we forgetting about Spider-Man? Why are we forgetting about Symbiote?
Oh, back to Broadway.
Because this is what the Mind Flayer is. We're talking about hive mind. We're talking about entities. Yes, it is an individual, and it also is a hive mind. It is a symbiote, and that is why you have the ability to like Vecna. Henry has the ability to fight it if he wanted to, but he chooses not to. They get along together. They love it. They hanging. They chilling.
That's what I'm saying. It's like two different gay people like having terms, but one is in a clearly abusive.
Oh yeah, at the end,
one-sided relationship, and
when Henry's crying at him,
yeah, when they're like fighting, it's like you're just scared little boy, just like me. I was like, oh, see, yeah, they're both, and like one got into a real bad relationship while the other one didn't, you know.
And he knew that he was weak because of that. He not that gay people are weak.
I was gonna say because of the gay.
But he knew that he was, he's hiding a secret. If you're hiding this, this is the thing. Back in the
so Henry was gay, right?
War,
say that.
Back in the Cold War era, if you were gay and you're in the FBI, you had to really be under wraps with it because they would kick you out and they would investigate you as a traitor possibly because you were easily manipulated. If it's not okay to be. If it's not, you're easily blackmailed, is what I meant to say.
Let's put it this way:
if it's not okay to be out, then you're more likely to be trying to hide something, and it used against you. And I think that's why, I know y'all were joking, but to a certain degree, that is really what happened. He really did pick this boy because he had something to hide. Now, it doesn't explain why he picked the other 12 kids.
Yeah, it does. They were all gay. So here's the thing to remember: they were graduating in '89. This whole thing was taking it was at least a year and a half before that. They said 18 months after the Battle of Vecna. So we're at that point. That's what 87. We'll say they didn't start calling it AIDS until 83. So while this show was going on, it was still called Grids, which gave reduction in immune deficiency or something like that. It was literally thought of to just be a gay disease. That's what Will was growing up in. So yeah, it makes sense that he was fucking terrified.
Yeah,
of course.
And it makes sense that Vecna would try to use it against him.
I would say I can explain away the 12. It was just because he just needed the one to sort of break in, and it needed to be a one that he could target. And once he got one, it didn't matter what the other needed. The first,
God damn it,
and it needed to be someone special that he could relate to. So another in the closet child would have that relationship with him. Of the same fear that they would have, that the mind flayer can manipulate and use his powers to grow. And so once he got Will as a good, another solid anchor, it didn't really matter what the other kid.
Man,
who the fuck knows? Maybe
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say another solid bottom. I was like, okay.
Moving right along.
That's a good call.
I do want to ask how you guys felt about
another solid bottom.
One of the aspects of the ending, Eleven's ambiguous death.
I'm gonna just say right now, Alex, if you didn't like it, I'm gonna come over to your house and I'm gonna punch you in your throat.
Well, I will lock my doors.
But that's because this is basically Batman's. This is Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Rises, and this is his ending. So for Elle. Her ending is the Dark Knight Rises.
It's a Dark Knight ending, yeah. It was.
I mean,
it was.
I feel
Mike gave the Alfred speech.
Okay, I feel I guess an obligation to go.
I believe he did.
I feel an obligation to go first on this. I mean, I don't see the parallels with the Dark Knight Rises finale just because. I mean, just because sorry, I mean, this feels like a little bit more ambiguous as the Dark Knight Rises just feels like that's exactly what happened. And you can this is a little bit more left up to interpretation. I would say this is more I guess the Inception ending, where you could leave it up to interpretation. I really enjoyed this ending. I thought that it was cool. I thought that the way that they interpreted it at the end was interesting. I personally, in my heart of hearts, feels like 11's fucking dead. I hope.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I hope she dead. I hope
this sounds like a bunch of
you know
hope
what?
that you got
You
in
know
your
what?
pocket. You know where you find hope at? The strip club. That's where you find hope. Because you don't find hope. Hope don't really exist nowhere.
The sequel shows Elle just riding a pole.
You know, sometimes people.
You're just fighting off sometimes people. What?
No, I was just gonna say sometimes people fucking die. That's why I'm wearing the shirt that you can't actually see here, but I'm wearing something is killing the children t-shirt.
Goddamn right it is.
And you know, sometimes kids die. People die every day. B.
Yeah, but for you to say based on your logic on the ending of Stranger Things, Bruce Wayne is not alive. Because
not at all what he said.
No, because he's saying that he basically saying that because you have no basis in we know that this happened, but we don't know that happened because you're basing it in on some illusion or dream that Alfred had possibly when they just showed the nigga. They showed Elle. They showed Bruce Wayne. He's either alive or he isn't. Either it's just as ambiguous or they're both still alive. I mean, it can't be.
Disagree with you wholeheartedly.
We're already talking about 4 episodes of Stranger Things. We can't talk about Dark Knight Rises. Right? I mean,
Mike and Alfred have the exact same speech.
It's no, they don't because Alfred was saying it before. Mike was saying it after.
We're gonna have to do 11's death. Let's talk about 11's death.
I'm saying we're gonna have to do
the one
this.
thing. If I were them, I would have cut out of that. I would have just cut out all of them being like, I believe afterwards. I would have let it just sit. It would have hit harder. I think that would have been better.
Personally. Yeah, I believe was stupid. But for the very rare times, I agree with Bill that this is exactly I'll give it 2 things. It's not just Batman. It's also The Prestige.
Yeah.
Man, it's been too long since I've seen The Prestige.
Through how they set up the whole magic trick for you, and then they hit us with the Batman. So that's what you're missing, Bill. That's the only part you're missing right there.
It sounds like you guys are just saying this is Christopher Nolan because I was saying it's Inception. I was saying it's Inception. So like
what I'm saying is that all of them are congruent with each other.
We've seen this before.
I'm not saying that it's not supposed to be that way or it's not like an homage or whatever. I'm just
it's a nod. It's a
Nolan visited set the last day of shooting. He's like, hey,
here's an idea.
What about this?
Or Seth was looking through somebody's papers when he had his back turned. Let me look through this.
But yeah, and see, I'm having some hard issues with the ending of 11 and her not ever like communicating and being like, yeah, no, I'm safe. You guys just can't find me. But it's like, well, if the military didn't arrest, fucking Rambo girl and fucking John Wick and the ballerina, and they didn't arrest those 2 motherfuckers, I'm pretty sure Elle, you'd just be fine. Because I'm also thinking if the Mind Flayer died and closed the portals, wouldn't Elle kind of lose her powers? Because apparently, it really wasn't.
No, it's because the power was in her breath.
But it also kind of seemed like vampirism.
Yeah.
Like, if you kill the head vampire, then everybody's, or you'll kill the head werewolf.
Oh, like Highlander type.
I mean, that's why she used Sunbeam, and that's why she used Sunbeam to kill the vampire. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it just seems like, would Elle even still have her powers after the portal and everything closed? Because
I think so.
They came from the magic monster and the magic portal. She closed that shit off. So shouldn't her powers be gone?
No, but she got it in utero.
I would say no, only because her powers exist through mental exercise, through really actually generating this.
But she was using what was giving her the powers. Because I felt like the magic meteor rock.
There's nothing ever saying that the
Mind Flayer dude.
Here's why I know. Will had to be near the hive and Vecna to use powers. Elle didn't. Elle could be anywhere in either world, and she could use hers. Hers are just hers.
Yeah, and if the rock thing exists in existence
So are you trying to say that
within the Upside Down, then that means like the little symbiote thing exists without actually needing to be in the upside down, then that means there's probably more of it existing in our world, in our dimension.
The only thing I can say that would make
there's just like I said, there's so many.
I agree with Othelis's comment here. I think this is the true solution to the end.
Yeah, L like Tupac hiding from Diddy and Vecna in Cuba. Well, they were in Venezuela, but
all the villains.
Diddy and Vecna, yeah.
They were in Venezuela, but the last couple of days have been rough. So they had to
You imagine Bruce Willis?
I just
Bruce
felt
Wayne.
like this was supposed to be like magical powers, and they got it from a Dimension X monster who had magic, where magic exists in this realm. If you kill the monster, your magic should go away. But it seems like over in our realm, that magic can just turn into simple genetics, and you can pass that shit down.
It never seemed like magic to me.
You got it.
To me, it seemed more like power.
Well, that's the whole. There's literally a quote: "Science, if it's too advanced, seems like magic."
Fucking magic, yeah.
Indistinguishable, yeah.
And apparently, and we could talk about this finale for like probably hours and hours.
That's not good enough.
But we should probably wrap up. But I will say like that the creators like apparently big fans of the Rings, and that's why.
Wait, I don't know what you just said. What'd you say?
I said the creators or the Duffer Brothers are apparently big fans of Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
and that's why. And that's why they had like multiple endings like toward the like for the finale.
It felt so very much like Return of the King.
Yeah, it was very, very Return of the King.
And I'll say it makes sense that they like Lord of the Rings. That's actually what inspired D&D.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Like, and like
D&D making a comeback.
And as much as people talk about this show being just like a nostalgia bait, like they're just referring back to shit that we love, like the Goonies. But like you said, like there's so much that has been just like influenced as far as like fantasy movies and TV shows and novels, Tolkien influences, like George.
If you check our
Lucas,
Insta chat, I sent a picture of it. Like literally, it's an entire thing of like it's Eddie on the box and all the kids around him. You can play the campaign they were playing. They took advantage of all of it, man.
Right. Yeah. Like
smart.
Yeah. Like it's crazy how much like the nerd culture influences each other, and we just end up like creating like cooler and cooler
we're
shit.
toxic assholes too.
But guys, I guess we should just go ahead and wrap things up. Delightful Derek, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Well, I'll be in the Upside Down, so the internet doesn't work there.
This is what Jeff was talking about.
Yeah,
right?
and it's a box with the entire campaign in it. It's fucking dope. I'm very excited to play it with my friends because I'm a fucking nerd. You can always try and Skype me, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the hackers.
Because of the hackers.
You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook at excuse me, at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as usual, the easiest way is just be here on a Monday night.
Be here.
I'm sorry.
Be here. Burger.
Be here or be square. T, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Always on my Instagram. There we go. At TPensCo. If you're in the Denver area next weekend, I'll be vending. I'll probably be on the show, so I can tell you more about that. But definitely make sure that if you're in Vegas in May for Evo, come and stop by the grand opening of Penn's booth.
What?
Oh man, I would have gave you this music.
Getting all kinds of deals coming through.
It's fucking awesome.
Licensing is hard.
Oh,
dude, yeah.
They
don't fuck around with that shit.
What about you, Bill? Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Oh, Alex, it's quite simple. If I could get this goddamn thing to work right here, I fucked some shit up and I can't stop. There we go. Alex, you can find me right here every Monday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time on the Drunk Banthas podcast, and every Thursday on the Bantha Bunch Show, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. You can find me right there every motherfucking week, 2 times a week. But you can also find me on every month on the Does It Hold Up show. We got a Does It Hold Up channel. Everything's coming together.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up?, where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Back to the show.
Alex, I just want you to read some of these starred comments here.
Okay. What we got here in the comments? Which one is this? Sorry, Vecna, Drake, and Twitter users have to stay away from playgrounds.
Oh, that was in regards to what was going on for Holly.
Yeah,
assholes are using Grok like pervs.
Yeah. Hold on. There was another one. I don't have the other one. I don't have the
disregard that, but I'm gonna say like you were saying before, Bill. Actress playing Holly this season, really good. She was number 4 on my MVP list. Like it was.
That's very fair.
It was Steve, Nancy, Robin.
You
Holly.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you're a motherfucker.
You up Dustin on that fucking list.
Dustin, I'm gonna make a video about it, but Dustin and Steve, yeah.
Both of them are like, thank God Stranger Things happened so I can watch those actors' careers.
Oh, guys.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Othelia. Shout out to Simulation Presents Film Age. Shout out to everybody else who's watching that didn't say not a goddamn thing. And shout out to the 5th Bantha. Did I say that already? Shout out to all you motherfuckers who are watching. I really appreciate y'all. It's been a great day. Alex, what you got to say?
Yeah, shouts to everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little sorcerers, zoomers, knights, mages, and storytellers, and may the force be with you.
Mr. President, thanks.